The recent move by Spain, Norway, and Ireland to formally recognize Palestine as a state is sending ripples across the international community and reigniting the conversation around one of the world's most enduring conflicts. This decision marks a potential turning point in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While the road to a lasting peace remains fraught with challenges, this bold step by 3 European nations signals a growing global consensus on the need for a just and equitable resolution. The ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza has drawn international condemnation and calls for urgent action. The recognition of Palestine by Spain, Norway, and Ireland reflects a growing frustration within the international community over the lack of progress towards a two-state solution. This development is not merely symbolic, it carries tangible implications for the region and beyond. It challenges the long-held stance of many Western powers, particularly the United States, which has historically been hesitant to recognize Palestinian statehood without a negotiated peace agreement with Israel. The New York Times provides a comprehensive analysis of the situation, delving into the geopolitical intricacies and the human impact of this decision. The report highlights the motivations behind the European nations' move, suggesting a complex interplay of factors, including a desire to break the current impasse in the peace process and concerns over the humanitarian situation in Gaza. The New York Times underscores the potential ramifications of this decision on the regional power dynamics. This move may embolden other countries to follow suit, potentially shifting the balance of power in the region and increasing pressure on Israel to engage in meaningful negotiations with the Palestinians. It could lead to increased diplomatic engagement from other actors, including the European Union, which has long advocated for a two-state solution. Some argue that unilateral recognition of Palestine without a negotiated settlement could further entrench existing divisions and hinder the peace process. The New York Times emphasizes the need for a renewed international effort to revive the peace process, arguing that this recognition could serve as a catalyst for meaningful dialogue and negotiations. The recognition of Palestine by Spain, Norway, and Ireland occurs within a complex web of geopolitical relationships and historical grievances. For Israel, this move presents both challenges and opportunities. It risks further isolating the country diplomatically, particularly if more nations follow suit. The potential for economic repercussions, such as boycotts or sanctions, also looms large. On the other hand, this development could prompt a reassessment of its current policies and a more proactive approach towards negotiations. The Palestinian Authority views this recognition as a significant victory, bolstering its legitimacy on the international stage and strengthening its hand in future negotiations. This move could also embolden the Palestinian leadership to pursue further international recognition, potentially through organizations like the United Nations. The broader international community now faces a critical juncture, with the decision by Spain, Norway, and Ireland potentially leading to a more multipolar approach to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While geopolitical analysis provides a crucial lens, it is equally important to consider the human impact of this decision. For Palestinians, particularly those living under occupation in the West Bank and Gaza, this recognition represents a glimmer of hope, a validation of their aspirations for self-determination and freedom. This sense of hope is palpable in the streets of Ramallah, where celebrations erupted following the announcement. For many Palestinians, this recognition is not merely symbolic, it is a tangible sign that their plight has not been forgotten by the international community. It reinforces their belief in the possibility of a future where they can live in dignity and peace, free from occupation and oppression. However, this hope is tempered by a sense of cautious optimism. Years of failed negotiations and broken promises have instilled a deep sense of skepticism among many Palestinians. They understand that true peace and self-determination will not be achieved solely through diplomatic pronouncements, but require concrete actions and a genuine commitment from all parties involved. Despite the dire humanitarian situation and the ever-present threat of violence, the spirit of resilience remains strong in Gaza. The road ahead remains shrouded in uncertainty, with the future of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict hanging in the balance. The recognition of Palestine by Spain, Norway, and Ireland is merely a step, albeit a crucial one, in a long and arduous journey towards a just and lasting peace. The immediate future will likely witness a period of heightened diplomatic activity, as various actors respond to this new reality. The Palestinian Authority, emboldened by this recognition, might intensify its efforts to secure further international support, potentially seeking full membership in the United Nations. Israel might adopt a more defensive posture, pushing back against what it perceives as international pressure and potentially hardening its stance on key negotiating points. The role of the international community, particularly the United States and the European Union, will be crucial in navigating this delicate phase. A coordinated and robust diplomatic effort is needed to prevent further escalation and create a conducive environment for meaningful negotiations between the two parties. The recognition of Palestine by Spain, Norway, and Ireland marks a watershed moment in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, ushering in a new era of uncertainty and possibility. This bold move has the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape and inject a much-needed sense of urgency into the stalled peace process. As the international community grapples with the implications of this decision, it is imperative to remember the human cost of this enduring conflict. The aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians for peace, security, and self-determination must remain at the forefront of all efforts aimed at resolving this decades-long dispute. This is a time of reckoning and transformation, demanding bold leadership and a collective commitment to peace. The pursuit of a just and lasting peace, however elusive it may seem, remains a moral imperative and a strategic necessity for the region and the world.